All right, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So I'm seeing headlines that says banned, right? I was on buzzcaribbean.com and it says banned. Now there's a difference between banned and suspended. Anyhow, the headline was saying that Jamaica has suspended travel between China due to the coronavirus outbreak, right? And we all know now that the World Health Organization has announced that the coronavirus outbreak is at an epidemic proportion, which has sent a lot of people into what we call a worldwide scare. So far, I believe 213 people have died in China from the coronavirus. And Jamaica has restricted travel between the island of Jamaica and China due to the outbreak of the coronavirus in the Asian country. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, he made the disclosure during a press conference on Tuesday, January 28th. So that's a few days ago, because today is Friday, February 1st. He said that persons, listen carefully, he said that persons that are in China who wish to travel to Jamaica will be asked not to come to the island. That's kind of iffy, because there are Jamaicans that are in China at the moment that are Jamaican citizens, and whether they are there for educational purposes, like for instance, there is one guy I know for sure that's there who did an article recently. He is doing a master's degree, a master's program. And although he is set to graduate sometime in June or July, what if he decides that, hey, I want to go home right now because things are reaching epidemic proportions here in China? Will he be allowed to enter back into his country of citizenship, or will Jamaica have closed its door on its citizens, telling them not to enter the country? Stay in China where you're at with the coronavirus until we figure this out. That can be a very scary thing, right? Dr. Tufton, which is the health minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, he said that Jamaicans with plans on traveling to China will be asked to postpone those plans. And I have read articles where there are Jamaicans that have lived and done business in China over a number of years that are in Jamaica right now that have canceled their trips and their plans to go to China. So in a sense, those who are in Jamaica right now, because the coronavirus is not at epidemic proportions in Jamaica, although they're saying there are no signs of it there, I don't want to send anybody into a scare, but I am very iffy about that. I'm very suspicious about that, and I actually think that it's there. I think it's in Jamaica already. I think it's in the US already. I think it's everywhere already. I'll explain that in a minute. So the biggest thing for me here is being a citizen and being locked out of your country. Imagine your own government telling you that you are not allowed to come back into the country for now. Stay in China where you're at, where people are dying from this. Could you imagine you saying, but I don't have it and I want to get out of here before I do get it, right? He said that in China, he said that persons in China who wish to travel to Jamaica will be asked not to come to the island. So I just want that part cleared up about citizens. The minister said that the issue has already been discussed with the Chinese ambassador to Jamaica. And meanwhile, the minister said that persons who return from China in the last month are being asked to present themselves to their doctor for assessment. Now, here's the thing. If they are not going to follow up closely on this, like for instance, you cannot just ask someone to do so. In the UK, they are asking people who just returned from China to please stay indoors, stay inside of your house, and don't mix with the general population. That is not doable, because if I just came back from China and I have to be back at work on Monday morning, what, am I supposed to not go to work? Am I supposed to not go to school? Am I supposed to not go to the grocery store? They're asking people to quarantine themselves. they themselves should have a list of the people that had just entered the country from China, and they should have these people, give them a date, make it a public notice, say by news, on television or radio, you have 2 days to turn yourself into this location. When they get there, test them for the virus. If they do not have it, you let them go. If they have it, then you hold them, you quarantine them, and you treat them. That is what will work. And since they're not doing that, then I am absolutely sure that that virus cannot be contained just by them telling people to self-quarantine, lock yourself in your house, or by them now banning people from coming from China into Jamaica. Hear this out. If you ban people from coming from China into Jamaica, what about the people who are coming from the US that just came from China and now they're coming from the US into Jamaica? They are not banned and they're not coming on a banned flight. They are free to travel, but they just came from China. Do you see what I'm saying? What about the people from Canada who just came from China and now they're coming to Jamaica for a vacation, or from anywhere else, just came from China and now they're coming to Jamaica for a vacation? So simply banning flights between China and Jamaica, direct flight between China and Jamaica, is not going to be enough to stop this outbreak from happening. There are a lot of people who have traveled to China in recent times that are still going to be making their way on the island. Now, when I said earlier that I believe that it is already in Jamaica, listen, don't take my word for it, but what I know is these officials, they're not in the business of scaring people, and they don't want to have a national scare right now. Okay, schools will be empty, people will stop going to work, and could you imagine if all schools shut down? If all the people stop going to work, businesses will come to a halt and all this other stuff. It would look crazy. Including healthcare workers would be staying away from work at a time when they need them to be at work the most, right? Now, check this out. In Jamaica in recent times, we've had other kinds of outbreaks, and the most recent one, the symptoms are pretty similar to the coronavirus symptoms, and we have had almost 100 people die in 2019. So were these people actually dying from something else, or was it the coronavirus and we did not know it yet? That's the question that we need to be answering in the comment section below, right? Now, I've seen someone having a bottle with a disinfectant spray, and they're saying they're lying because the coronavirus has always been here. How could they say it's new when they've seen it on the back of a bottle, that the Lysol spray can? I'm sure you guys have seen the video going around. How could they say it's new when the coronavirus was listed on the spray can from how many years and years ago? But they're telling us that it's a new virus. What I am thinking that they're trying to tell us is that it's a new strain of the coronavirus. Scientists are not new to the coronavirus. They're new to this particular strain of the coronavirus. It is just like the flu. Every year, you have medical organizations that tell people, get your flu shots, get your flu shots. Well, the problem is the flu keeps on mutating into different strains. So, and scientists are racing to keep up with the strains as they mutate. So get your flu shot, get your flu shot. You got a flu shot and you still get a different strain. And you're wondering, well, how come I got the flu and I've got it so bad if I had my flu shot? Well, you're having a new strain of the flu that the vaccinations are not prepared to handle. And I think that is what is going on with that. So for now, it seems like a big freak out, but majority of the people I know do not travel between Jamaica and China anyways. However, like I said, people do travel largely between the US and other bigger nations, the UK and Canada and so on and so forth, to and from China, and then they make their ways from these countries, China, from these countries like Canada, the UK, and the US into Jamaica. What are we going to do about that? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Do you know what exactly the coronavirus is? Do you know how to keep yourself safe relatively, precautions to take, signs and symptoms to look for, so on, so forth? If you don't, there is a link that I will leave in the description below. Click on the link and learn more about the coronavirus. Okay? Education is key. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.